everybody. We got a great panel back to help us break down some of today's most remarkable stories and headlines. Please welcome three friends of mine. The host of HLN's Morning Express with Robin Meade, Miss Robin Meade.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And my longtime friend, actress, activist, and mother of four, Holly Robinson Peete. Also, business guru and TV personality, Tabitha Coffee. All right, ladies, let's get to it. Some of the nation's most successful women are campaigning to stop using the word bossy when describing women. The whole thing's being led by Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg, who says that being called bossy can change a girl's self-image and even prevent her from aspiring to become a leader. Robin, can banning that word make a difference?
I hope not, because I really worked hard to be called bossy. And for me, bossy is achievement. That means I'm a leader. So if you say to someone, well, don't use the word bossy, you're telling our young girls that it's bad to be a leader and it's bad to be bossy. I'd rather go on a Embrace Your Inner Bitch campaign.
Oh, embrace that, you know? Well, I would just say that I would rather be called the boss than bossy. With men, you know, you hear them say courageous, a leader, you know, they're the boss, they're in charge. But when you try to be in charge as a woman, that's when the bossy word comes in. So I don't know about banning it, but I do think there's a double standard.
I think it should be banned because I don't get bossy, I get the other B word. You know, when I first came on TV, everyone would call me that word and it really bothered me because I thought, I'm not that. I'm not what that word implies. I'm honest and I'm outspoken and I'm successful, but I'm not mean. But I think women out there, yes, little girls especially, they don't want to be called any of those words because then they retreat and then they're like people pleasers. Well, I've got to please everyone then because they don't want to be called those words. So yes, ban it away.
You know what I hear? I hear a connotation. I think we all have a connotation with the word bossy or biatchy or whatever it may be.
All right, now.
Based on our younger experience. Now, for me, my mom was always a manager of a plant, so she was like a sewing factory manager. So the bossy meant achievement.
Right.
Or the other word for me now is kind of like, you know, I'm embracing all sides of me.
Right.
So I hear for Sheryl Sandberg, I'm wondering what she went through when she was younger, because I hear her connotation of bossy was bad.
Well, you know, it never, you don't call a man bossy.
No, you don't.
You just
call him
never
the boss.
refer to a man as bossy. He's aggressive, he's enthusiastic. You don't ever call him bossy. You know, it's like I learned from Joel Osteen. 25% of the people you meet are not gonna like you no matter what you do. There's the other 25% who can be persuaded to like you or dislike you. There's 25% who just cool with you. And then there's 25% in your life who love you no matter what. The haters are out there. They're not going anywhere. I say, man, skip them. Don't spend a half of your life trying to persuade the 25%ers or the other 25% who can go either way with you. Let them go whatever way they want to go. Take them 25% that love you and go on and ride that to the top, because that's how most people end up doing it. All right, here we go. People are buzzing about Justin Bieber's increasing disrespect of authority. And in one of his latest incidents, a video shows him defiantly arguing with lawyers during a deposition, and at one point even winking at the camera. People are asking, is this proof that there are pitfalls linked to childhood fame? Holly?
Absolutely, Steve.
Yeah.
This is too much. This boy is a global superstar. Everybody around him is on his payroll. It's a lot of pressure. Now, I remember doing, on another show, a 16th birthday party for him. He was the nicest, sweetest little boy, stayed for every picture. I thought, how is this boy remaining so grounded and so amazing with all this attention and money thrown at him? Fade in, fade out to this deposition that my kids played for me. Oh, no. And there he was, kind of in this petulant, punky attitude. And while I don't condone that, I do blame the adults around him. So I have some empathy for him. I did a show quickly called 21 Jump Street in 1986. And I'm gonna tell you like this, there was a guy in there named Johnny Depp. unknown. He became an overnight sensation. He did all these things Justin did, threw stuff out of hotels, public intoxication. You never saw it. Why? There was no social media.
Yeah.
So I think we're seeing too much.
Yeah.
We're seeing too
Absolutely.
much.
Very true. Look, for me, I don't
Absolutely.
agree with his behaviour, but he's a teenager. We all did things when we were kids that we wouldn't want anyone watching, right? And we could hide them because there wasn't social media. And I think people forget that he is a child. He's a child with millions and millions of dollars. So instead of doing something a little crazy, like getting a little drink on, he's getting lots of drinks on for lots of people and driving Ferraris and egging $5 million houses and all of those things that we didn't have the chance to because we were just normal poor kids.
The sad part of the story is he was a child, and that's where the parents can come in, but he's an adult now, so that's where the police come in. Especially if you're running up and down the neighborhood in your whatever car, endangering people.
Right, but the difference is, if he wasn't Justin Bieber, if he wasn't all over social media and in the press all the time, we wouldn't care. We would just flip through the newspaper and go, oh, another rebellious teenager.
You know what, Tabitha? The irony is social media is what made him a star.
Yeah.
He was discovered on YouTube.
Absolutely.
And now YouTube is what showed everybody his jailhouse video.
Right. Here is the part of it. The price for fame is too high now. There is no school for fame. There's no one that can sit you down and go, okay, when this happened, you do this. They don't exist. He needs a male figure that's not on his payroll, like you say. See, everybody, when you're paying people, yes is their answer. Yeah, you want to do this? Man, let's throw these eggs on this car. All right, cool. Hey, man, let's go down here. Let's drink some more. All right, cool. You need somebody to go, hold up, man. You finna throw some eggs where? No, hold up, partner. You finna drink another one for what? You got to have somebody say that. So that was it. That's right. I'll tell you what, listen. We're just getting started. We've got even more controversial topics up next, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, Steve and the panel tackle some controversial topics.
Boston school system recently came under serious fire for this.
How will they weigh in on these hot-button issues?
Not appropriate for children.
Awkward!
Really funny if you're an adult. I think they're funny. I wanted to give them out to all my friends.
Yeah.
And later, two moms go head-to-head in an exciting game of Guess the Text.
Drive better every year. Rainbow.
The wildest party on earth is now the #1 movie in the world.
I'm inspired.
It's hilarious.
That's adorable.
The best animated spectacle since Frozen.
We are super mega dope, but you know what I'm saying?
Rio 2, rated G.
It's Macy's Great Shoe Sale. Save on the best brands you know and love. Get an extra 30% off when you buy 3 or more pair. Save on spring booties, updated flats, dress sandals, and more. Macy's Great Shoe Sale.
So you used the wrong flea killer. Don't blame him. Instead, rely on Frontline Plus. It kills adult fleas and ticks, plus flea eggs and larvae, destroying future generations. Ask your vet about Frontline Plus.
All the goodness of milk, all the deliciousness of Hershey's syrup. Squeeze, stir, share.
When it comes to accessories, you just can't beat Ross. You'll find a huge selection at unbeatable savings. Like this designer handbag, $82 at department stores. But if you want it for less than $38, you gotta go to Ross.
We've got an auto-approval flim-flam. I hate flim-flammers.
They said I was approved. I wasn't approved. It's because of my credit.
I couldn't hear you. I was too busy printing out your online approval with a great price from Drive Time. Now that's the real deal.
With an appeal you can feel.
Like a banana peel on a cut that won't heal.
Save yourself. Get a real online approval first at drivetime.com.
When it comes to pet accessories, you just can't beat Ross. You'll find a great selection at unbeatable savings. This dog bed is $35 elsewhere, but if you want it for less than $16, you gotta go to Ross.
Ellen
got Kristen Bell from Frozen, plus Tony Hale from Peete. It's an all-new Ellen right before Easter.
You belong to me now. I don't know if it's an Easter photo or an alien abduction or...
Today at 4 on NBC4.
Steve's biggest dating challenge yet.
I say things that don't even make sense, and I'll shut down like a computer.
Nerds will rebooting their dating game.
This time called our loud.
And in an epic crash. Monday.
Hey, listen, everybody. If you want to be a part of my studio audience, go to our website, steveharveytv.com. Everybody, I'm back with Robin Meade, Holly Robinson Peete, and Tabitha Coffey. Now, we're having a frank discussion about some of today's hottest news headlines out there. Next up, while some celebrities are happy to put their young kids in front of the camera, other stars are just flat out against this whole thing. Parents like Halle Berry and Jennifer Gardner have fought hard to ban paparazzis from stalking their kids. But with some stars encouraging their kids to be seen seems to be the thing to do. Where should the line be drawn?
Well, first of all, they can be so trifling. And you're in the airport, and you have your kids with you, and they get in your personal space. They ask you obnoxious questions, and it can scare children.
Yeah.
So I do feel like there needs to be some laws. They have to be kept at a distance or something like that. But you're right, Steve. You alluded to it. What's happened is there are some celebrities who dress their kids in mohawks and head to toe, you know, Givenchy, and then they take them to these little playgrounds that are known for paparazzi going, taking pictures. But the real issue is the demand. If we're going to buy magazines that have pictures of this one's child or that one's child, then there's not a whole lot that we can tell the paparazzi to do. It's the money. You got to follow the money.
Look, I'm not a mother, so I don't know, but I would be fierce if I had children, because I've been chased by the paparazzi and I'm no one. For a child, I couldn't even imagine what it was like. You know what? I signed up for this. My children didn't. And I think the laws should change. With the internet, with all those things out there, you know, with Twitter, with stalkers, with all that kind of thing, it's so dangerous to have your kids everywhere and their every move everywhere. It would frighten the hell out of me if I was a parent.
Okay, now I'm going to sound a little mean. And because I'm a member of the media. This problem sounds about this big. Jobs, homelessness, war, that sounds about that big. So I think celebrities run a risk of sounding like little whiny problems.
Why put them all over TV then? If that's your argument, I agree. You know, homelessness and people looking for jobs and...
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody.
But you know what? Why put all the TV shows, all the celebrities and their kids?
I don't know anybody who wants a picture of a celebrity's kid.
Oh, really?
Really? Every magazine for
you they want. They don't want your kid.
No, Robin.
Do you know how much money they pay?
The person who can get the first picture of Madonna's baby, Beyonce's baby, is going to make a lot of money.
That's a jackpot. So that creates bad behavior.
And then when a minor commits a crime,
you cannot
show his face.
You cannot.
So I think that should carry over to all minors. If a minor's going through the airport and they're with their celebrity, you can't take a picture of the minor.
Blurred out.
It opens up so much for that minor in terms of the knuckleheads and lunatics that's out here that's hurting kids. Now I know exactly where your kid is, exactly what your child looks like, and that's what frightens it all, because a kid doesn't get a chance to get a regular life even if he's not in the business. And, you know, I've been pretty fortunate. Now, I don't get stalked, because what I found is most of the guys are nice guys. They need a photo. It's their job. I give them their photo. They treat me and my family pretty cool, and they go on about their business.
And Holly said...
Get away from me! That's a great photo. To get away from me, photo's great.
And during the congressional hearing, Halle Berry put it beautifully, and she was like, you want pictures of me? I get it. I get it. That's part of the game. It's the give and take.
Yeah.
But my kids are different. And I guess that's the part of me that goes, really? People would just take a picture of the kid?
Yeah, they do.
Beautiful Halle Berry's right there?
Yeah.
That seems crazy to me.
Yeah. All right, distributing free condoms in school is already controversial. But the Boston school system recently came under serious fire for this. Look at this photo right here. They handed out condoms with sayings like, enjoy one, hump one, and one lucky lady. Now, these condoms had been donated from a public health agency and were quickly returned after parent outrage. Robin, what's your take on this?
Oh my gosh, who didn't open up the boxes and check the packaging, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, who wrapped these? Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah.
It was so awkward. I couldn't think of a worse situation for whoever said, okay, I'm gonna allow these condoms to come into school. I know it's controversial. And then it says, lucky one or tasty one. One of them said tasty one. Awkward. Yeah.
Remember Joe Camel when they were doing the Joe Camel cigarettes and they had to stop doing that because they were marketing to young people. And I think that's what's happening is we're getting marketing to younger and younger kids. Why don't they put on these packages stuff that could actually happen if you do get an STD or you do get pregnant? Like a picture of a mom with a baby or a picture of a guy with a nasty STD.
Anyway, everyone would still do it anyway because they do that in other countries, right? The smoking packets, terrible pictures and graphics.
You don't think that would deter them at all?
No, people light up and talk about, oh my God, this picture's so awful, I'm going to turn it over while I have a cigarette. I mean, people would still be having sex as they rip open the condom packet. I happen to think that they're hilarious, not appropriate for children.
Yeah.
But really funny if you're an adult. I think they're funny. I wanted to give them out to all my friends.
Yeah. You know, passing them out at a school, what dummy thought this was a great idea? We'll send them to the kids. The first thing we've got to impress upon our kids, and they're going to have sex, a lot of them. This is not a funny thing, especially when these young girls can end up pregnant and you can end up with a life-altering disease. But to put these condoms in a school.
But just in general, aren't they doing that too much? Like, we were watching a football game and I had to explain to my kid what a 3-hour erection was.
Oh gosh.
No, because they play these, you know, these...
Oh, that's Cialis commercials. If you have a 4-hour erection, call your doctor.
Right, so my...
Which is not going to happen. I get a 4-hour erection. I got news for you. A lot of calls gonna get made, but it ain't gonna be to the damn doctor. I can tell you right now. Yeah, hey, baby, I'm still down here. What you doing? Hey, girl. Halftime! No, this ain't even about the question anymore. The question was actually about something else.
No, because I brought up that, you know, when it comes to these condoms and marketing them to children and making them look fun and exciting, that's what happens. We watch football every weekend, and my 9-year-old's watching, and he has to constantly hear about these 4-hour erections. He asked me what it was. I told him it was how they vote on a president for 4 hours. 4-hour erection. See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there? You gotta, you know, it's creative parenting.
Well, I gotta tell you, I enjoyed all of you. I've always said that I wanted you all back again, and I always holler every time I see you. I tell you how much I'm looking forward to having you on the show.
Thank you, so much fun.
You guys have been a lot of fun. I appreciate your honesty and your candor.
We enjoyed you. We enjoyed the three. We enjoyed each other.
We're going out for drinks now.
Yeah. See you, Steve.
Thanks a lot, ladies. Robin Meade, Tabitha Coffee, Holly Robinson, Peete. We'll be right back.
Coming up next,